KB, welcome.
Hello, mate. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Take two.
Take two, yes.
Training run last week.
Dummy run, yep.
Went all right.
Went well too, apart from the...
Autofocus and the camera
situation. That's
Beautiful.
right. That's right. You live and you learn.
Yes. Episode 1. Wired for success. See how we go, eh?
Let's go. Let's get
Plug
it.
us in, mate.
Well, mate.
Beautiful. We're on.
Let's get it.
Mate, what are you doing? What are you up to?
Mate, nearly moved in. New place.
That's right.
Me and the bride, we've done some renovations. So 10 weeks in, and we've done a lot. I'm looking forward to sitting on the couch for a couple of weeks and enjoying it. So nearly there, mate.
Few flat packs to build still.
Yeah. I got the old man. He's down there now, actually, hooking in. God bless him, Rossi. If you
Thanks, Roscoe.
work your phone out well enough to be able to see this, mate. Appreciate you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, mate. Other than that, just working.
Lovely. No, you played golf on the weekend?
Golf on the weekend, mate.
A little bit moist, not too bad.
Very moist. Enjoyed it. It was good for me chipping.
Lovely.
Yeah, going a bit more confidence with the wedge. Yeah, mate. I shit the bed in typical fashion.
I only said last week I haven't seen you on the scorecard, so you made sure you got on the scorecard this week.
Scorecard, mate.
Good scorer.
Should have been at the top. Finished with three putts on the last 3 holes to give up the lead. So
Bloody hell.
it's all right, mate. I'll close one out eventually. We're up there.
One day.
We're back.
And no golf this weekend, I'm assuming.
We'll see.
Nothing this weekend.
See what happens.
I just parked out the front of it just then before my meeting, and she is a pool.
Yeah, good drag.
Worst I've seen it, I think, on the 6th. 6th is covered. Along Queen Street, is it there?
Yes, yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Virtual golf.
Lovely.
Yep.
Mate, question for the audience at home. What do you actually do at Harris Electrical?
The famous, or it's the most asked question.
Correct. You run the company, you're the boss, you take it over from Cooper.
Oh, wow.
You're a workshop dog.
Allegedly, yeah, I've been everywhere.
What do you do?
I still do all that.
Correct. What's the job role? What's your title? What do you do?
I think we've narrowed it down to workshop managers now on my signature, so that's what we're running with at the minute.
Do you fix that up?
Yeah. It's
Bloody oath.
it's active, mate. It's
How
out
good's
there,
that?
out in the real world. Virtually anything that comes in or out of the workshop to do with operations or any of the jobs we've got on has got my little fat fingerprint on it there somewhere. So
Beautiful.
short the end of it.
Lovely. Mate, bit of a recap on last week, quickly on what we done here at Harris Electrical. And by last week, I mean this week.
Right now.
Yes, right now. So, a very wet week. It hasn't affected us too much. We've cancelled a job at... Wednesday's job got cancelled because they weren't ready for us anyway. New build renovations, and they weren't ready for us. So that worked out well. And today's job, or Thursday's job, sorry, it will still go ahead. New build out there at Millfield.
Yep.
Special instructions there. It's a bit clayey around the side, so we're going to get the boys a new pair of shoes each, and they're going to have roof shoes. Keep them on the roof.
2 sets, mate.
No mud.
Yeah.
It's just what we do.
Clean set, dirty set.
But other than that, we've gone pretty well. We cancelled a job today doing some level 2 connections for Michael. But weather hasn't really affected us too much.
That's about it, mate. Honestly, yeah. We had the bucket truck, and other than that, we've been pretty lucky.
Beautiful.
Yep. Schedule stayed the same.
A lot of our contract works have been done during this wet time. A lot of emergencies being called into the office. Got that. Finish off that rough-in tomorrow, I believe. Michael said that it is the last day for the rough-in tomorrow. Hopefully at Millfield, ready for him to sheet. We're going to put the underfloor heating in the bathrooms.
Yes, yep.
And they'll sheet tile and call us back in a couple of weeks to finish off that product.
Looking forward to seeing the result of that place, mate.
Beautiful home.
They can't really know us, so
Yeah,
we're just doing well out there.
one of the first, not the first, but one of the first couple of jobs we've done for Building Wise. Very high-end company, very quality of work, which is something that we are trying to do as a business, is work with like-minded companies and work with companies that don't cut corners to, save a cost, which I believe Building Wise are very high up in Newcastle for that. I'm happy with how it's been going so far.
They've got that mentality, mate. You can see it all through from the top to the bottom of their company. Yep. So, no, it's been nice working with them. Actually.
Yeah, it has.
Really good.
A few Starlink installations.
Yes.
Mr. Elon Musk.
Yes, yeah.
Old Kemi boy's been all over them.
Yes, yeah. He's
tech savvy.
smashing it. Yeah. Done done one on his house a few months ago, and
Did he?
And he's ran with it ever since. He's come to me and said, all them jobs, mate, they're mine. So
Beautiful.
he's hit the ground running with that. Anyone that needs Starlink,
Lovely.
there's your man. Yeah.
Install a few more of them in a couple of weeks to get the internet up and running at a few homes. Reject shop, bit of a lighting upgrade, I believe.
Yes. Yep. They had some problems with the lights down there, and required some assistance to get it sorted. So we had the boys down there this morning for the best part of the day. Actually, it was turned out to be.
Did it really?
Yeah. The previous how they were previously installed was quite nasty. So the boys took their time and
Typical.
barricaded it off, and yeah, mate, they've done a good job down there. So.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And most importantly, this rain has finally got my pool at 38 degrees. Michael left here this afternoon with a grin on his face and sent me a message and said, pool party this weekend, Cooper's house.
Invite all your friends, he said.
38 degrees. Everyone's welcome, he reckons.
That'll be on Facebook later.
And I cannot wait to wake up in the morning and see that steaming.
Yes, yeah.
About time.
I'm looking forward to not seeing it in the schedule. It's been in the schedule a dozen times.
Still got a few things.
Michael's gotten out of it probably 8 of them.
Correct.
8 of them, 12.
They'll be back soon. I've got a bit of work for them to do left yet.
Yeah.
But pretty good week, actually. A lot of catch-up work, which is good during the rain. Tidy a lot of things up because we were blown out there a little bit with all the work that's coming in. We have plenty of hands on deck, just more work coming in than hands.
Yeah, yep, definitely. It's nice to, under the circumstances, a lot of rain, a lot of water around, and I know it's affected a lot of people out there, and sometimes it's nice to be able to slow it down and, like you said, knock some things on the head, which has been good.
For sure. Moving on to next week, hopefully a dry one.
Yes, yeah.
We've got some solar repairs, I believe. I looked at Tuesday and Wednesday. A few solar services. Some customers have got some systems and some batteries installed recently that they're not happy with, aren't working. So, which is a lot of what we actually do. So we've obviously got a team, one team being Lockie and Dill at the moment, that all they do is solar servicing and solar repairs. Go around to clients' homes and service the system like you would a car, a bit of a checklist, and then we send them off a report to let them know what their system's doing, if it needs repairs, if it's working properly, and if it's compliant. A lot of them. So one team's doing that 24/7.
Correct.
Just goes to show how many installers out there aren't in it for the long haul. Them cowboys that everyone hears about, they just whack the systems in, more than likely for the cheapest price. Some people get ripped off and they pay a fortune for that kind of product. But a few repairs next week for the boys.
Had a phone call from a lady today, exact same thing, got a couple of batteries put in, and wasn't the right system for her. Her solar system can't fill those batteries, for one. And for two, they've plonked them right at the front door. Every time someone rings a doorbell camera, she looks at, these two batteries.
I've got batteries.
Yeah, correct, with like a cement base sheeting behind it. It's an eyesore.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Again, just shortcut. It was right next to the switchboard, and you feel for them. One, wrong materials, wrong batteries for the job, and how it's installed. It's
for sure.
Pretty poor, mate. But again, it's a prime example of those cowboys. They do it as cheap as they can, and unfortunately didn't get the result for the customer.
Not us.
No, we'll be there in a couple of weeks' time to sort it out for her.
Beautiful.
Probably result in relocating them for it to the right spot, I'd say.
Poor man pays twice is what they say.
Yes, well, yep, that's coming into fruition.
Lovely. Shed fit out locally. I think Mickey Boy's going on that one. Mick and Dommy Boy.
Yeah.
Just here around the corner from our workshop, actually. Put in a couple of lights, caravan plug for a local client,
Yes, correct.
reoccurring client, loyal client. Do a fair bit of work for them. A couple more SIG systems, so we're going to Burgle.
Yes, mate. We've got 20 kilowatts of solar and 3 batteries going in next week.
Beautiful.
Yes, that first one you're talking about at Burgle's going to have the gateways and that. Mate, they'll be self-sufficient, backup, ready to go, future-proofed.
Lovely.
Yep.
And so we're installing SIG Energy. That's the product that we have moved to now.
Yep.
You've got a lot to do with that with Soul Distribution, Nathan Faulkner up there. It's Nate's in Sydney, actually, isn't he?
Yeah, mate,
Nate used to be in Brisbane, I think.
It's in Sydney, promise you.
I think when I first started, I used to deal with someone at Brisbane, but anyway, he's in Sydney now. SIG. So SIG's the full package, yeah? It's the solar, the batteries, the gateway, as you said. What's the gateway do?
Mate, the Gateway has the grid going to it, gives you your backup capabilities. It actually is the only product on the market that can back up your whole house or property.
Yep.
So, mate, it's not only that, it's got smart ports in it as well where, mate, you can have generators and
sure.
leads made up, ready to go. They're the solution that's really shaken up the market and essentially provided a solution for all areas.
And no one else does it.
No one else does it. So they've blown it wide open. Future-proof, and mate, this is it. They've covered all bases. So
if we're sitting here right now and the car that just beeped its horn out the front runs into the power poles, power goes down, they would see a quick flicker of the lights and we just keep going, I'm assuming.
Exactly that, mate.
Yep.
Quicker than what you could turn the light on and off. These downlights wouldn't even turn fully off.
Yeah, beautiful.
So it's a quick flicker, and you're running off your batteries and or generator if you want that option there as well.
Cool.
For sure.
And a couple of electric gate installs. We done some training last year. Never really done some training, got competent on the gates that we're installing, which we always do. We don't just get a product and install it and make it up on the spot.
Yeah.
If we're going to dive into a certain part of our industry, we do thorough training on it with all the boys, and then we dive into it. So we went down to Sydney there for a couple of days with the whole team, done some electric automatic gate training, and this coming week we've got two.
Yep.
One in town, a local one, just likes the flick of a button and the gate opens and closes. And then a rural one. Obviously rural's where the electric gates are. Like, I don't know, when I moved out with mum and dad there in 2013 at their new property, 2014 I think it was, they've got two gates and oh my God, you'd get home and open one gate, you'd drive through, close it, get to the next gate, open it, close it. You're getting out of the car 5 times before you get inside.
Yeah.
So they're pretty cost effective too, these electric gates. You can get fully automated, you can get solar, battery backup, grid powered, whatever. So I'm looking forward to seeing them go in this week.
They've got all the accessories to go with it too. So like in your residential places, they've got all the lighting that can be on top of your post, down through your garden, the whole lot. It's all controlled off your fob.
Yeah, that's smick.
You can work your garage door into the fob as well. So
cool.
If you really want to be lazy, mate, they're looking after you in that sense.
That'll be me.
Suits you.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
And we've got some more SIG out at Gresford finally. This fella's signed up with us about 12 months ago, I believe. His house is being built and obviously with the weather, home build's getting delayed. But I think we might finally, pending the weather this week and how that's gone, we may get it on next week for him and get him up and running. Local fella too, I think.
Struggling out there at the moment. Yeah, he is a local fella, moved out there and been getting smashed. So hopefully, it's been a long time coming, this one. But with the build and it's always been something with the build delays and weather and stuff, mate. So looking forward to getting that one set up for him.
Yeah, beautiful. I am looking forward to seeing that one out of the schedule.
Yeah, correct.
We'll keep our contract works going next week. I've got a full day out at Colburn there on the Friday and a lot of our other government contracts going on next week, which is good. Yep. And the Harris Electrical Barbecue, it happened this morning, happens weekly.
In full flight, yeah.
So we implemented that last week, a bit more. One thing that we want to do at the company is culture. We want everyone to enjoy working here and we want people from the outside to go, I want to work there as well. That's one thing that's, you know, when I've started working and a couple of the jobs that I've been through, you want to enjoy going to work, which is one thing that I really strive on trying to do here, is making it fun for everyone to actually want to work. I know a lot of people have jobs and they just turn up and get paid and go home, where here we want to try and make a friendly environment for everyone to enjoy that. So we've implemented the Wednesday barbecue. How's that operate? So
it's a roster. It's rostered, mate. Everyone gets a go, including yourself.
Do I?
Yeah, you get a go.
When's my go?
Looking forward to the wheat mix, mate. That'd be nice.
He's getting nothing.
Check the roster, mate.
We'll get some cheese on toast.
Yeah.
Cut budgets that way.
Mate, so yeah, every Wednesday morning it rotates. And essentially whoever's on cooking duty that week, they've got the card will be available then, the credit card available.
Your card?
Debatable, yep. My card or the office card will be available from on the Monday, and they've got X amount of dollars to go and prep. And they're cooking breakfast for everyone. Us, the office girls, the whole lot, mate. So do what you please. You will be judged.
This morning was the first one we've done. It was pretty boring. Dylan.
Yeah, well,
our mate, 4th year.
While we're on
what's
the topic,
he got? Bacon, egg, bit of juice. Here's your bread. That's just typical.
Well, I think you played on this a little bit. He didn't turn up today because he's out 25 minutes out of town. He's like, I can't get to work.
Didn't have his gumboots
I'm flooded on this and I'm that. I think it was strategic. He just bought it, put it in the fridge and thought, there you go, there's my turn.
We might double him up next week.
Yeah, that's not his turn done. Correct. Someone else who covered for him today gets their week off. He's going to do too. So,
what are you going to do? You've only got you got $70.
I can't tell you.
That'll be pushing it for your budget.
He's either going to love it or hate it. It won't go waste.
You'll probably get Kiri at work. Come on, I need a cook, darling.
No, I struggle to get a cook at home, mate. I've got to keep them ones for home.
Oh, God.
Get a couple of meals a week off the missus. So I'll be saving that for me, not yours. No, I got something planned. Don't use worry.
No, I'm worried. Industry news, mate. So we've been touching on this quite frequently. The federal rebate in batteries. Yeah, it's good and it's bad. I love the idea and I love the concept of what they're trying to do. Their timing is terrible. Like, I understand they done it to win an election. It was a very good play. They won quite easily. First time I voted, ever. I normally just skip the voting queue, pay the fine or not pay the fine.
Get your licence taken off.
Whatever my excuse is for the year. Just because, mate, there hasn't been a party or a person that I've just looked at and going, oh yeah, I'm going to waste 20 minutes of my day to go vote for. Like, politics are never going to affect what I do. Yes, they may change how taxes work and whatnot, but it's not going to affect my day to day. But obviously, the Labor Party bringing out the battery rebate helps our industry a lot. It helps the grid a lot. Helps the environment. Like, it's not just a business decision to vote for Labor because of that. It's the best thing that they've done in terms of renewables. Like, understandably, coal is still the best source of power that we have here in Australia, and it will be for a long time. Definitely. I'm fully for coal. We need to start looking at substitutes and things to help. Definitely not things to take over. That'll never happen. Wind's not it. I know we're pushing for wind, and especially in this area. There's a lot of wind farms going up in the Muswellbrook area. They're an eyesore. They cost more than what they generate, and they're landfill. They're a massive amount of landfill. Mate, solar, batteries, water, so hydro. At the moment, I think they're the three best renewables we have. I know we're talking about hydrogen. I think America are a little bit further ahead than us in that aspect, which eventually will become viable, not so dangerous. But at the moment, batteries, solar and water, and we're all over the batteries and solar at the moment. Run us through a little bit of the federal rebate. What's it, from what we know, which is not much, it's only hearsay at the moment. It's not written down, it's not legislated. I believe they did appoint yesterday a climate and renewable chairperson, which has come out yesterday and again just said more hearsay. But what do we know?
Again, you'll probably correct me with something else you've heard, but this is what it's like at the minute because it's coming back and forth. But at this point in time, it's looking like 1st of July, roughly $370 per kilowatt is essentially the rebate off you're going to get off your storage.
Right, yeah.
So made off, two 8 kilowatt batteries, 16 kilowatts, between $5,000 and $6,000 roughly. That's what they're saying. But like you said, the legislation not looking like being written at least for another few weeks. So that's just what we've heard.
1st of July, you said.
1st of July to be active, yes, correct. And that should be in concrete, should be. But legislation-wise, again, this is all just what we've been told and you're reading and all that sort of jazz. So believe it when we have it in front of us, written. But that's what it's looking like at this stage, which is great, mate. Like, it is. All for that.
It takes a lot of strain off the grid because eventually what they were going to have to do is go and upgrade all the infrastructure they've put in, which they would pay for it. But guess who's getting on charge? The taxpayer.
Yeah, well, they're taxpayer for that.
Exactly right. So it's good that we're going to take that stress off the grid. The issue is the timing. So they brought it out in... Well, I don't know when they said, April maybe, all to win the election. That was a great move by them. However, it affects businesses. It affects, I wouldn't be surprised if small businesses have gone out of business because of it. We're luckily enough to have a very good footprint in the whole Hunter Valley at the moment, with electrical work, contract work, solar, your Wi-Fi solutions and all that, your security systems. Can't say the word security system, sorry. Your systems that provide security. It doesn't affect us. But they've brought it out in April and they've said that any batteries installed from April to July will get the rebate, but you can't turn them on.
Yep.
So two things are happening. Customers are going, right, we're going to wait till July. So no one's signing up for batteries and solar at the moment. They're like, we'll wait till July till the rebate comes out and we'll get it. A lot of businesses can't wait that 3 months without an income. So that will affect them massively. The second thing that people are doing is saying, righto, I want the rebate, but I'm going to put the batteries on now. And businesses are quoting for that rebate. What happens if on the 1st of July it comes out and they say, righto, one or two things. We're not going to do the rebate, or we're going to do the rebate at a lower cost, or you can't dual both the state and the federal rebate together, which people are now quoting. Small businesses that have provided that to clients have to honour it.
Correct.
They will lose
Correct.
hundreds.
And a lot of people are doing it.
Yep.
A lot of people are doing it.
Thousands.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a fine line, like you said. It puts a lot of strain on businesses. We are very lucky we're diverse, but I know how many inquiries have come through from people who have been quoted, exactly like you said, and some people are willing to take that risk, mate. I personally think that's silly.
Yep.
It's setting themselves up for failure and could be letting their customers down as well, which is just as important.
Well, what we're doing is people are wanting the rebate and we're being honest with them as we do. Rebate's not legislated. We can provide that to you in a proposal. However, if the rebate, it's in the terms and conditions, and we honestly sit here and tell our clients, we don't try and hide it. If the rebate is not exactly what they're saying it's going to be on paper, unfortunately that cost is left on you because you have signed to go ahead at this point in time. Our recommendation is always, if you want the rebate, hold off until the 1st of July. So happy to, sign the system now, we'll get all the parts in, blah, blah, blah. Don't get it installed until the 1st of July. We can install your solar, get it up and running, start saving electricity straight away on solar, leave your batteries sitting there. Do not go ahead with them until this federal rebate has been at least written on a bit of paper.
Correct.
Politicians are probably the most unhonest people in the world, and we're relying on them to be honest.
For what we've been told so they can win an election.
It's crazy.
That's exactly what we did at Laguna last week, mate. So we ended up bringing the batteries back and like you said, we're storing them for the customer. The solar's up and running, doing a job. He's getting the savings off that.
Yep.
And as soon as that's written, we can head back out and get the batteries on for him.
And in summary, so I'm pushing for 24 kilowatt hours of batteries and 48 kilowatt hours of batteries, two systems. So you can get 8, 16, 24 all the way up. My recommendation is you get 24 kilowatts or you get 48. Reason being, a lot of people go, I don't need that much. Why so big? Reason being is 24 kilowatts is the sweet spot, right? You can get the federal rebate at 30% of your battery price. So, and your PRC rebate you can get, which is about, for 3 batteries, is about $3,500. So if we're getting 24 kilowatt hours of battery, you'd be looking at about $8,000 off that total cost. So if your batteries cost 16K for the 24 kilowatt hours, the 3 batteries, you only have to pay 8. The government's going to pay 8 for you.
Correct.
And then we go up to the 48, which you lose the state rebate, but you get to hold the federal rebate still, which is 30% roughly. So again, if we're putting 48 kilowatt hours on, it's roughly equivalent to about $17,000 the government's paying for you. Again, why go so big? My solution is if a house needs 16 kilowatt hours of battery or 20 kilowatt hours of battery, you program it to self-use that battery, and then whatever you've got extra, whether you've got the 4 kilowatts extra or you've got the whole 30 kilowatts extra, you say to a company like Amber Electricity, a wholesaler or a VPP, you say, righto, you do what you want with it. I want 16 kilowatts, you do what you want for the rest. So then they'll get my battery power, sell it to the neighbour, the bloke down the road. They can pay me up to 27 cents for that battery power.
Correct.
A credit straight into your bank account. It's not a credit on your power bill, straight into your bank. Utilise that money to do whatever you want with. That's my big thing. I had a customer yesterday that said, I just need 16 kilowatt hours. And once I sat down and explained that to him, he said, I'm not getting any more quotes. You've done your research, you know exactly what you're talking about, go ahead.
Let's do it.
It's just a smart option.
Especially when it becomes cost effective to do so.
100%.
You know what I mean? So you're really making the most out of that investment there and getting something for it. So
100%. Mate, moving on to footy. This is your domain. I don't really watch footy anymore. I do other things, and Watch a lot of Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah. I only watch Penrith play.
You are a Netflix fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't have to watch one on the weekend, mate. 2 points for you.
Mate, beautiful.
Yep.
And
He's needed it.
2 points goes a lot in my favour.
He's needed it.
Quick recap. You owe me money. At September, when's the grand final? October 5th?
Not a chance. October 1st, it was like a couple of years ago. October. First weekend of October.
So we've got a bet. Me and you have a bet.
We do? Yep.
$250.
Yep, for each leg.
For each leg.
Yep.
If Penrith make top 4,
Yep.
at any stage,
Top four.
the T's and C's to this. If we
What do you mean at any stage? You've got to finish in the top 4. Yes.
Right, we'll go with that.
You've got to finish in the top 4. You can't just be there for a week and go, pay me money. No.
Right.
You got to watch this far.
So
watch him.
if we make the top 4,
Finish top 4, yep.
yep, $250 to me.
That's it.
Grand final,
Just got to make the grand final.
no, $250.
250.
We win.
250.
Not good at math, but $750 in my
You
pocket.
don't make the 8, I'm home. I think you'll make this. This is why we went top 4. I think you'll make
We're
the
coming
8.
13th at the moment, and then we've got Knights.
Couple points off. Yeah.
We'll go into that now. So we've got
Origin period. He's a stuff, mate.
no. So
The dynasty. He's gone.
we'll skip to the Knights Panthers game. So yes, we're losing. Who are we losing? We're losing Edwards,
Cleary, Edwards,
To'o, Martin, Cleary. That's it. 4 players. And when I looked at that, I was a bit like, oh, this isn't good. And then you look at the Newcastle Knights team. Ponga's gone, right? So Fletcher Sharp goes back to full. Fletcher Sharp's a good player. Goes back to fullback. Doesn't have the X factor that Ponga has. My issue is you move to the halves. Adam O'Brien's got a new halves combo again this week. It'll be the 10th combo this year. And we're only up to, round 12? Round 12, 13, whatever it is. He's got Tyson Gamble at 5'8".
Weapon.
Firstly, he's not a 5'8".
He's not.
He's not a halfback either.
I feel for the Knights at the moment.
And then you got Jack Cogger at halfback. Jack Cogger played well for Cleary when he was out last year, or the year before, whenever he was with us. Doesn't really matter. But again, it's going to be his 3rd game for the Newcastle Knights with Tyson Gamble.
A lot of pressure on him with not much around him.
Yeah. And I know we've got Snyder, Brad Snyder, coming in at halfback. He went okay for us last year when Clear was out again.
Yep.
And you've got that young, what's that young 5'8"'s name?
Cole?
Nah, Cole's at 17, so he's going to be there, Jack Cole. But we've got, is it Blaze Tulagi?
Yeah.
He's growing, he's feeling his shoes.
He's handy, mate. He's handy.
But anyway, the point I'm getting at is, yes, I was a bit worried when our Origin stars are out, but then you look at the Newcastle Knights team and what they've dished up the last couple of weeks with Ponga, and now Ponga's out. That's another 2 points for us.
Yeah, and it's not the user version. It's not this week I'm worried about.
Next week's Parramatta.
I'm confident. I am confident you will get the 2 points this week. But
And then next week against Para, we'll get the 2 points again, and then we're in the top 8 already.
It's a long season. It's a long season.
Very easy.
It's a long season.
Bulldogs, first game, our last little trial run we had. We spoke about the Bulldogs, and last weekend at half-time, there was 3 games where I think it was the Bulldogs were paying $50 to win at half-time. They were down by 20 against Raiders, Titans, someone. And they were paying $50. Some fella put 10K on it, and they come back and won at $50. This weekend just gone, I was laying in bed, I think it was Saturday night, and I jumped on my phone. It was half-time, the Bulldogs were down again.
Yep, same score, I think.
They were paying $30. Anyway, I had an okay day on the punt that day, but I was very tired, and I thought, whatever, I threw my phone down. Got up the next morning. I actually got up at 3 o'clock. Sonny was crying, so I got up and couldn't go back to sleep, so I jumped on Sportsbet at 3 a.m. in the morning, had a look, and they'd won. So that's 2 weeks in a row. All I'm saying is next weekend, if the Dogs are down at half-time, jump on them. Jump on them. You'll make your wage and some.
Mate, that was a good game too, Dogs Roosters. You don't watch a lot of football these days, but that was Roosters controlled that whole first half, and Dogs just hung on and defended their ass off for each other.
Yep.
And that's all that was going for them. Their attack was clunky. They couldn't string something together. They were really just looking to get over the line. And as soon as they did, just after half-time, the floodgates sort of opened and everything was sticking for them. So that was a really good game to watch.
For sure. Moving on to this week, Dogs versus Dolphins. I'm tipping the Dolphins get up. Young Katoa at halfback, phenomenal.
He's silky, isn't he?
Oh,
really good.
Wayne Bennett obviously knew what he was doing when he brought him in as the halfback for the Dolphins when they originated. For the Dogs, you got Crichton gone. You've got King gone. Crichton, people might look at Crichton and he does a bit. The main thing that Crichton does is it's the atmosphere, it's the confidence that he brings to all the players around him when he plays.
He's huge, I reckon. They got massive raps on just the vibe.
I think he's 23, isn't he?
He's only young, man.
23, 22, and he's the captain of the Bulldogs squad. So he's a big loss. He's a big loss. And then you've got King gone. King's big impact off the bench. The issue I've got is two things. One, they've made Kick our captain. I don't think he brings what Crichton brings. I don't think he brings that captaincy. Like, great player, great individual. Is he a captain? Can he lead that team to victory? I personally don't think so.
I want to back him in.
You going Dogs?
I'm going to back him in for a big game. I am going to stick with the Dogs. Yep. I hadn't even looked at this week. Hadn't put my tips in.
Dogs, Dolphins. Yep.
And I'm Dolphins are my second team. Arguably, when they come into the comp,
you might not wait till this last bit. And they've got what's the
Hammers out.
What's the fullback for Rabbitohs that went to the Dogs? Taff. Blake Taff. He's in the centres.
Yeah.
Up against Herbie Farnworth.
Yeah, Herbie probably tear him apart.
Correct.
He's a weapon. I'm still sticking with the Dogs.
All right,
I'm sticking with the Dogs. They lose a little bit of strike in the Hammers out. They've got some handy replacements in that, but I just think they've been clunky as it is.
Yeah.
Coming home late, I think the Dogs will. I'm backing Kick out to lead the pack.
You back Kick out, I'll back Katoa.
Perfect.
I
love Katoa. Big fan.
So do I. Para Manly. The big thing in this game, I think, is it's a very tough game. They're very hot and cold. You got two new halfbacks coming in. Obviously, you got Daly Cherry Evans out, and you got Mitch Moses out. You've got young Dean Hawkins coming in at halfback for Parramatta, and then you've got Jake Arthurs coming in at halfback for Manly. I think the difference there is going to be Dean Hawkins. I think Para get up over Manly because of Dean Hawkins. I don't think Jake Arthurs, again, unbiased opinion or not, I don't think he's a first-grade halfback. I think he's still lucky to be there, and I think that's what lets Manly down this weekend.
Yeah, I think Tommy will take it in his stride. DC's not there. Tommy didn't make Origin.
If he stays on the field.
But again, I think that mate, he'll be out to prove that he's fit for Origin. So I'm going to pick him in to back them Manly. To
you got Manly?
Back. Yeah, Olaquatu's named as well. He's in the
correct
Blues squad.
The other thing with Parramatta though is you've got who hasn't played this year yet, I don't believe, but Ryan Madison.
Yeah.
He's been told that this is his last chance. So he's been put in first grade. He's coming off the bench, and this is his last chance at an NRL contract with Parramatta.
Yep.
Probably his last chance at an NRL contract, full stop. I reckon he has a big game. He's the type of person that, we spoke about it last year, he doesn't go to your Mad Mondays, he doesn't drink alcohol, he trains hard, and a lot of the boys think he's a wanker, just from what I've heard on his teammates and that, but he puts the effort in. I think he's going to be big off the bench.
Well, sayonara Ryan Madison, because Olaquatu's probably about to end your career. Apologies, mate.
Best of luck, bud. Best of luck. Panthers, Knights, we've already... Who you taking there? You obviously take the Knights because of the wager we've got.
Yeah, I will.
Yep,
every week. Yeah. I'm coming last in all tipping comps, so I'm just going to... Anything against Panthers, I'm all for.
Beautiful.
That's me.
Roosters, Sharks. This will be a great game because both are full strength. I don't think any Origin players from either team made it in the... Or Crichton. Angus Crichton from the Roosters.
Crichton, Collins, Watson, Robert Toya, Spencer Lenu. They've got heaps out. You suck.
I watched the footy. I watched the footy heaps.
You suck.
Yeah.
But it's saying
Roosters
that,
are screwed.
Yeah.
Sharks put on a great performance on the weekend. If Nico Hines and... what's his name? The 5'8" for Sharks.
Zenna Smith. Oh, sorry.
No.
Trindle.
Yeah, Trindle.
Sorry.
If they can click like they did on the weekend, Roosters are in big trouble.
Mate, and they got that... They got some strike. They got some strike in their centres and that too.
Just hot and cold.
KL Euro, he's been killing it for him. Ramey got, I think, concussed last week, so his night was a little bit shorter than the rest. Mark Nawingawaka.
Oh, that try.
Mate,
That
he's
try.
a freak. So any time you've got him on the field for you, anything's possible. So
People don't understand how hard that try was, that he hopped on the same leg, then kicked it, and mate, that's unbelievable.
Again, watching him, it was
wow. I was sore.
Athlete, yeah.
Mate, we're again over schedule. We'll speak about the Origin next week when we come on. Let's go to horse racing. One of the segments we're going to do here is Cooper's Best. I've been providing them, let me tell you.
Allegedly.
Our training run last Friday, we spoke about the Scone Cup. And my best of the day was Greenfly, scratched.
Yep.
My second best was whoever, scratched.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there like this, and I've just found out they've scratched. I've had a quick scan, and what have I said? Tavy time.
Tavy time.
Tavy time.
You did, yep.
And who come home?
Apparently Tavy
Mr.
time.
Tavy time. Wow. Actually had a pretty good. My best of the day on Saturday got up as well. And I think might have got up like maybe 250 on Saturday as well. Put 50 and got up 250. So wasn't a bad day.
You've been putting the time into it.
I've been putting a lot of time into it. I'm frothing the horse racing at the moment. It's not an addiction. It's definitely not an addiction. It's a hobby, and I really enjoy it. So moving on to this Saturday, I'm assuming, spoke to a bloke in Sydney today, he reckons it's actually not too bad down there, but it's going to be wet. So let's say soft to a heavy. It won't get abandoned. And then we've got Doomben as well. It's dry, sunny up there, so we're good. So I've actually got I've got a lot of long odds horses this weekend. So if we're starting off at Randwick, first couple of races, we don't really have much in. Again, it's going to be a heavy track there. There's actually not much going on at Randwick this weekend. Most of them are up at Doomben. There's a few little ones there, but I'm not really confident on them. One of the long odds one that I do have is race 5 at Randwick over 2,400, Phillipsburg. It is paying $67. That's a great each way bet. I got on it last start. It come 5th. It did die a little bit in the end, but I think that run will do the world of good for it. Just for the odds, it is $67. I'd be throwing a lazy 10 on it each way. I reckon, I'm not going to say it's my best long shot of the day, but it might be.
Well, might run a race.
Most definitely.
Right.
We've got Jamboree running in race number 7. I'll put these bets in the comments once we air so everyone can see them. It's paying $7. Jamboree, again, it won last start for me. It's off the back of a win, going well. And then we're going to go into my best of the day, which we just spoke about. The Greenfly, the man himself. Loves a wet track. Obviously, it's wet. Andrew Adkins on him. 58 kilos, one of the top weights, but that's my best bet of the day. It's paying $4. Get on it. I reckon it's going to run home. When I say get on it, we must mention gamble responsibly.
Yes.
We absolutely have no idea what we're talking about when it comes into horses. You win some, you lose more.
You do. Correct.
Put your house on.
Irresponsible, yeah.
They got Poppin' Champagne. Didn't have the greatest of runs last start. We'll forgive him for that. Start wide barrier. Tried to lead. No good. Ended up coming 6th or 8th. But I reckon it'll bounce back. It's paying $15 again each way. Got a lot of horses that I think are going to run okay, but I'm going to go into my best of the day. So Greenfly in race 8, paying $4.60. Now we've got Tavs, not Tavy time, Tavs. It's a black booker of mine, won its last couple. It's in race 2. The odds haven't been released for that yet, so just look at the betting on that one. Sunrays with Tommy Berry on it, race 3 up at Doomben. And lastly, Spacewalk. Now I always get on Spacewalk every race for a place, always places, never doesn't place. Again, put your house on it for a place. It has J-Mac on it. They've thrown J-Mac on it. I reckon it comes home with the win at $3.70, race 4, Spacewalk. They're my 4 best of the day.
Okay.
I'll post my OK bets in the comments. Another one I want to mention, the Doomben Cup, race 8, Osipenko. Chris Waller horse, paying $21 with Kieran McAvoy on it.
Okay.
It gets up.
Okay, Mac, bit of experience there.
That's all I got.
I believe, I haven't looked into this, all I know is he's got wraps on it, is Churchill's Choice.
Yes.
One of Nathan Doyle's runners. He's taking it up north, I believe.
It is racing in race 7 at Doomben. Kobe Jennings.
Kobe Jennings. He was a local fella.
He went somewhere.
He was living down at Cameron Park and
shot off to
he moved
Western
to
Australia.
Melbourne. No, he moved to Melbourne. This is up
year and a half, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, last golf day.
Yeah, he did, mate. Yeah. So they relocated, get closer to family, but they've had a long relationship. Nathan and Kobe know each other very, very well, and Kobe works with his horses. When they're either up or down, wherever they're at, wherever Kobe's at. So I know absolutely diddly squat about it.
I'm backing it.
All I know is I spoke to Nathan the other day, and he likes this horse. And
Churchill's Choice.
If you like it too, then probably don't back it. But,
race 7, get on it.
He's got wraps on.
Get on it.
It's the only horse he's sending away. He doesn't go up for no reason. So
I think he's got another one.
No, that's what I'm saying. He may, I don't really know.
No, it might be Randwick. He's definitely got another one in race 2 or 3 somewhere, but it was no good and he won't win.
It's the only one he's sending away, so he's doing it for a reason.
Yes. Mate, that's a wrap. We've gone over schedule.
Typical.
We were meant to do a 10-minute segment, and then we decided we're going to blow it out to 30 minutes. We're at 38.
Perfect.
We've blown it. Roscoe's building flat packs at the moment by himself.
All my cupboards are done.
Blowing up the phone.
I'll bring him some Maccas.
Yep.
We'll be right.
So we're going to go on air every Friday morning, 9 o'clock. Be shared around on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page for everyone to see what the feedback is, see if we keep going, just a bit of fun. If we win some races, I'm sure it'll take off.
It'll get you interest.
But that's what I got. That's a wrap for our first episode. Thanks for coming on. We'll get you on a few more times, I reckon, see what the crowd think.
Lucky me.
I know I showed some people some training clips of last week, and they said that they said you might need a bigger shirt. I said he's already in an extra large.
Yeah. I got a message. I know exactly who you're talking about.
On peg leg.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Whole MCL, eh?
Mate, before we go, another little segment I want to run by you and every special guest that we have on here is just a last question that we have. What is something you would wire into someone's brain for success? So to teach them or to try and make them a successful person, what's something you would wire into their brain for that? What's some advice you got?
I don't know about wiring into their brain, mate. You put me on the spot with these things you do.
It's good.
Mate, it's a pretty broad question, and there's probably a lot of good answers, but something that I can relate to is taking advantage of the time you do have. Time's it's not promised, so mate, the opportunities you just gotta take them. Whether it's what you want to do or it's not what you want to do, you don't have to know all that, but take your opportunities and go hard at them because mate, a lot of time wasted is time you don't get back. So I think it's pretty precious, and you got to go after it. So
beautiful.
Don't know if it's relates to the question you asked.
No right questions.
That's something
that's lovely.
I think it's pretty important. So
beautiful.
That's it. That's all you got from me.
That's all we got. We'll wrap her up, and you can unplug us there, mate. We're done.
Thanks for watching. Let's go.